Good morning, friends. Subject SS. Standard 5th. Topic 13. India Freedom Struggle, the first war of independence. Today I am going to teach you topic 13. Part 1, page number 82, 83, 84 and 85. Friends, the reign of Mughal dynasty came to an end in early 18th century when Aurangzeb died. When the Aurangzeb died, at that time, our country in 18th century came to an end. Leaving behind weak and incompetent successor, there were against Mughal emperor by the Marathas. At that time, there were revolts against Mughal emperors by the Marathas, the Sikhs and the Jats. These Marathas, Sikhs and Jats revolts against the Mughal emperors. Why? At that time, they are not satisfied with the Mughal. They were not satisfied with the Mughal emperors. So, our country, India, broke up into very small territories. Our country, India, broke up into small territories. Why? Because at that time, the Marathas, the Sikhs and the Jats were not satisfied with the Mughal emperors. India had trade contact from ancient times with many countries like Greece, Rome, Arabia, Persia, Egypt, Java, Sumatra, Ceylon, etc. In 1498, Vasco da Gama, a Portuguese explorer, found a sea route. In 1498, Vasco da Gama, he was an Portuguese explorer, found a sea route to India. At that time, our country, India, had communication, had trading business with the leading trading business with the so many countries like Greece, Rome, Arabia, Persia, Egypt, Java, Sumatra, Burma, Ceylon, etc. Then after the Portuguese explorer in 1498, Vasco da Gama found a new sea route to India for trading. He landed at Calicut in Kerala and started trading from the gradually the Portuguese took control of the west coast, setting up trading centers to Kochi, Kannur and Calicut. We have learned in previous standard, we have learned so many about the Mughal emperors and another caste. At that time, our country was one of the leading countries in business. Our country was the leading country in business in the world. Our country was distinct in the whole world. The people of various countries were being influenced by our culture and prosperity. At that time, our country India was well-known country and it's well known for its prosperous and trading business. Many people worldwide were eager to enter into trade with our country. At that time, many countries people like to enter in our country for trading, for their business, for establish their business. Earlier, the merchants from the various countries came to India from northwest by land route. At that time, earlier, so many countries, businessmen came to India through land route and some came to India from sea route. These trading centers were called companies. The companies bought Indian spices, cotton textiles and other material which were sold at higher prices in Europe. At that time, European countries merchants took so many things like Indian spices, cottons, textiles were brought from India very low cost and they gave to their country people, England people in very high cost, sold in very higher cost, so that Europe, America. By the early 18th century, the Portuguese were replaced by the Company of England and France, who came into India. Their trade flourished in India, attracting the other Europeans to settle here. This was how the Dutch, the French and the British came to India to trade their goods. At that time, so many merchants like to enter in India for purpose of trading, for established their business. So Dutch, French and another British came to India for settle their business. The British were the most prominent at that time. British were the most prominent people who colonized most part of our country. At that time, British was the most prominent and they most of part of our country captured under them. At that time, first Portugal entered in our country, India, and how their end came. End of the Portugal rule. In the beginning of the 17th century, the Portuguese expanded their trade to Bengal. At that time, the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan, when the Portugal entered in our India, at that time Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan ruled in India from Delhi. The Subedar Bengal complained to Shah Jahan about the behavior of the Portuguese. At that time, Portuguese behavior was not proper to Indian people. So thus the fort of Hooghly was demolished and the ships were burnt as per the order of the Emperor Shah Jahan. The Portuguese rule came to end with the acceptation to the territories of Dutch in Daman and Goa. Then after the Dutch came to India. Then first Portuguese came to India, then after Dutch came to India for business purpose. After 100 years of the arrival of the Portuguese, at the end of the 16th century, the Dutch of Holland came to India for trading initially. They established fort at Pulicat and Madras. They established their forts at Pulicat and Madras. In 1663, meanwhile the British also arrived in India. Then after, suddenly in 1663, the Britishers came to India, arrived in India. The Dutch could not withstand the competition against the British because the British were the most powerful than Dutch. Now our new topic, entry of the British, how they entered in our country, India. During the reign of Queen Elizabeth of England in the year 1600 CE, the British established the East India Company. This company belonged to merchants who wanted to increase their wealth by undertaking trade with India. The first British ship arrived in India at the port of Surat in the year 1608 CE. In 1608 CE, the Britishers' first ship arrived at Surat port. Captain H. Hawkins, the captain of the ship, was the first British to set up their foot in India. Their foot first set up in India is Mr. Hawkins. He met Jahangir but did not get his permission to trade. At that time, he met to the Jahangir, Mughal Emperor Jahangir, but Jahangir did not give them permission to settle their trade, to settle their business in India. Thereafter, Sir Thomas Rao arrived in India, who acquired the permission to establish a trading center in Surat. Later, Delhi in India went into the hands of Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan gave permission to the British to carry their trade into Bengal. At that time, Shah Jahan gave them permission to settle their trading, to settle their business in India. Then after, the Mughal Emperor Jahangir was the first king, allowed the British traders to settle, to establish their trade, their business in India, their trading center in India. The first center was set up in the year 1608 at Surat. Gujarat followed by the others in Chennai, Mumbai and a few cities of Bihar and Bengal. The East India Company was set up in the year 1600 in London. First East India Company were set up in England in 1600 CE. With the permission of the Queen of England to administer their trade in India. Then after British trade, how they settled their trade in Bengal. The British first started their trade on the bank of the river Hooghly and established a fort in the year 1651 CE. The forts were garrisoned for their protection of the factory and got the permission from the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb to trade without paying taxes against the annual payment. At that time, Aurangzeb gave them permission for trading without paying any kind of annual taxes against business, against traders. By this time, the East India Company was in a race to earn more and more money as per the order passed in Bengal. At that time, they settled their East India Company and they trade with they expand their business with profit and profit, more and more money. Order passed in Bengal. Only the company avail the benefit of taxes free trading. They get lots of benefits, did not pay any kind of taxes. That's why they gain very profit high. However, many officers who were engaged in private trade did not pay the taxes as well. As a result, the income generated from the tax collection in Bengal reduced, which in turn was opposed by the Nawab of Bengal. At that time, many businesses corrupted due to they did not pay any kind of taxes. So the Nawab of Bengal opposed against them. This gave an opportunity to the British to build from and set up admirers in their trading centers. They claimed they were doing so to protect their trading centers, but in reality they were preparing themselves to establish the rule in country. Siraj-ud-Dowla, the Nawab of Bengal, at that time Siraj-ud-Dowla was the Nawab of Bengal, was against the building of forts around the British trading centers in India. He did not give the permission to allow them for business trading in India to Britishers. The British, who had become very powerful by then, opposed the Nawab and waged a war against him in 1757. In 1757, at that time, Britishers were powerful and they fought war against the Nawab of Bengal, Siraj-ud-Dowla. This war was known as the Battle of Plassey. This war was known as the Battle of Plassey in 1757. The British defeated the Nawab and established the British East India Company in India after the war. At that time, the war fought against the Britishers and Nawab of Bengal, Siraj-ud-Dowla, and Siraj-ud-Dowla defeated by the Britishers, and Britishers established their business, their first East India Company in India. The British used their diplomacy and created disunity among Indian rulers on the basis of caste. Caste-wise, they defeated disunities among in the diplomacy, their diplomatic tactic among Indian people. They adopted the policy of divide and rule. Britishers first applied their policy, their dirty policy, divide and rule policy, and ruled over the Indian subcontinent for the next 190 years. Dissatisfaction among Indians. When Britishers started their policy, divide and rule policy in India, at that time so many rulers, so many Mughal emperors dissatisfied with their policy and dissatisfaction among Indians. The people of India underwent great turmoil during the 119 years of British rule. At that time, Indian people did not satisfied with the Britishers during their ruling time. Friends, first Mughal dynasty came to end in early 18th century. Then after there were revolts again. Mughal emperors by Marathas, Sikhs and Jats. The Marathas, Sikhs and Jats did not satisfied with the Mughal emperors. Then after the country soon broke up into small territories. They did not satisfied with them. So our country India broke up into small territories. At that time our country India was the leading trading center. Greece, Rome, Arabia, Persia, Egypt, Java, Sumatra, Burma, Ceylon, these all came in India for their trading purpose. In 1498, Vasco da Gama, a Portuguese explorer, found a sea route to India for their trading purpose. In 1600, established their first trade in India. Britishers first entered into India, and in 1600 they established their first trade in India, and 1608 British first ship arrived at Surat.